Set relations in set theory. Okay, let us see some of the set relations, like types of sets, including some relations between them. So, okay, first we will see with the joint set. Joint set and disjoint sets. Joint set and disjoint set. Let us see what is this difference, relation between these. So when you notice, so the two sets are said to be joint if they have at least one element in common. If at least one element should be common, then we can say they are joint sets. So for example, set A is having elements 1, 2, 3, 4. Set A is having elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and set B is having elements 2, 4, 5, 6. See here. These are called joint sets because the elements are some common. So at least one element is also must be common to make it as joint sets. So here is the 2 is the common in this both, and there is 4 also is common. Okay. So two sets are said to be joint if there are at least one element in common. At least one means one or more also. Same if you see the disjoint sets. The two sets are said to be disjoint if there are no common element. Okay, no element in common. So set A having elements 1, 3, 5. Okay. And set B having elements 2, 4, 6. So if you notice this, so this is a disjoint set because there is no element is common. So no common. No element in common here. So there is no common element. That's why they are the disjoint sets. Here at least one element must be common to make it as a joint sets. Okay, to say the difference. Here are the two. And similarly, let's see one more. Equivalent and equal sets. So equivalent set and equal sets. Equivalent sets or equal sets. Okay, so if you see the meaning of this, let us take the example and show. Two sets are equivalent. So two sets we can say equivalent if they have equal number of elements. Okay, elements must be equal. For example, set A is having elements A, B, C, D, E. Okay, any elements A, B, C, D, E. And set B is having elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 5 elements. So if you notice this, here is n of A. Number of elements in A is 5 and n of B is also 5. Whatever elements inside, the number of elements are 5. Then we can say they are equivalent sets. Okay, because n of A is equals to n of B. Then we can say they are the equivalent sets. That means the number of elements must be same within the sets. They are equivalent. But when we come to the equal sets, okay, in this word there is a meaning equal. So here, along with the number of elements, the elements also must be same. That is, the two sets are equal if they have the same elements. Okay, A is having element 1, 5, 7, right? B is having another set, for example 1, 1, 5, 7. So here is generally no element should be repeated. That means according to this we can say the B is equals to same 1, 5, 7. Same A elements in set A, the elements are 1, 5, 7. Set B also elements are 1, 5, 7. Then we can say A is equals to B. Okay, the equivalent is number of elements should be same. In equal sets, even the elements also must be same as it is. Then that equal sets are always equivalent. You know that because equal sets always equivalent, but equivalent sets are not necessarily be equal. That is an important note because the elements are same here. So surely equal sets always will be equivalent, but equivalent not necessary to be equal sets always. Okay, these are the types. Let's see one more subset. Let's see another type. Just we'll see the relations between among them. Next, if you see the subset, and let's see one proper subset. Let's see the difference. Subset and proper subset. So when you come to the subset, set A is said to be subset of B if every element of A is also element of B. That means, let me show example. Set A is having elements 4, 5, 6. Okay. And set B is having elements 1, 2, 3, 4, so on till 10 it is. Then every element in set A is in elements of the set B. Every element, even 4, 5, 6 is in set B also. Then we can say A is subset of B. We can say, because every element in A, every element must be. If one element is not there also, it is not a subset. So every element of in set A is an element in set B. Then that is the first set. A is subset of B. Okay, this we can write like this. That is A is subset of B. So A is same. This is the subset symbol we can take. And when we come to see, so how many subsets we can make? So for example, using this every element, so not only 4, 5, 6, we can take some 1, 2, 3 is also one of the subset of this. If we take 5, 6, 7 is subset of B, because every element should be in that. So every set is a subset of itself. See the properties, every set also is subset of itself, and empty set also subset of every set, because empty set also we can take. That means B is also subset of B again, and empty set, if there is no element, is empty, right? Like this. We saw previous. There is also subset of this. Now one more is a superset. So if A is subset of B means you can say B is superset of A. Okay, this also. Now let us see the proper subsets. Here, set A is said to be proper subset of set B if every element of A is in B. Let us take along with that, and B has at least one extra element than A. That means A is having elements 1, 2, 3. Set B is having elements 1, 2, 3 and 4. So A is the proper subset of B. That means if every element of A is in B, and B must be at least one extra element. That means here also A is the proper subset of B, but every subset also is proper subset. But extra here is itself we can't take, because every set is a subset of itself, but every set is not proper subset of itself, because according to proper subset, one extra element it must be, and that is the case. So here is to find out number of proper subsets. So to get the number of proper subsets, that is 2 to the power n minus 1 formula. N is the number of elements, but for number of subsets is only 2 to the power n, because of minus 1 means itself we can remove this. So 2 power n is the formula for number of subsets possible. Number of proper subsets is 2 power n minus 1. If there are 4 elements, 2 power 4 minus 1. So 16 minus 1 is 15 subsets, proper subsets we can make. Okay, these are the things we can notice here. And universal set and complement sets also we'll see. So mostly these type. So we can see the difference. Relations. Joint set, disjoint, equivalent and equal. And along with that, universal and complement sets also we'll see. Next we will see some set operations. The main thing is the intersection and union and difference of the sets. Let us see now.